Okay, so back to the video. Sorry, I don't know what's happening. Today my computer is giving me a lot of trouble with uploading these videos. So we are just going to start where we left off. This will be part 2 of our mid-chapter checkpoint correcting. So here is where we left off, number 11, t divided by 4. So the opposite of dividing is to multiply. So we're going to multiply both sides by 4. That will cancel out over here, and you'll just be left with t. And then 16 times 4 is 64. So that one is 64. All right, here again, we are dividing, and we need to isolate our variable. So in order to get it all by itself, we need to multiply both sides by 7. So 0.3 times 7 is 2.1. And you cancel the 7's out, you're left with w equals 2.1. All right, let's go to the story problems. Number 13, a stadium has a total of 18,000 seats. Of these, 7,500 are field seats, and the rest are grandstand seats. Write an equation that could be used to find the number of grandstand seats, S. So the total seats are here. If we take the grandstand seats plus the field seats, that will be equal to the total number of seats. All right, number 14, Aaron wants to buy a bicycle that costs $128. So far, he has saved $56. Write an equation. The equation A plus 56 equals 128 can be used to find the amount A in dollars that Aaron still needs to save. What is the solution to the equation? So the solution is 72, but I would like to go over with you how to get that solution. So let's write down our equation and then isolate our variable. We want this all by itself, so we need to do the opposite or the inverse operation of adding 56, which is going to be to subtract 56. Whatever I do to one side, if I do it to the other, it'll keep those sides balanced and equal. So I'm left with A on this side and 72 on the other side. So A equals 72. Number 15. Miss McNell buys 2 4/10 of a gallon of gasoline. The total cost is $7.56. Write and solve an equation to find the price, P, in dollars of 1 gallon of gasoline. So our equation is going to be 2.4 gallons of gas is how much she buys. The total cost is $7.56. We need to figure out the P, the price in dollars of 1 gallon of gas. So if we take the number of gallons times the price, no, the dollars per gallon, because we have our total equaling $7.56. So remember, your total always goes on one side of the equal sign. And then you're going to be multiplying how much per gallon times the number of gallons to get that total. So this is how we find the total, is to multiply. Now, in order to get that P, isolate the P all by itself, we have to do the opposite of multiplying by 2.4, or the inverse operation. So the inverse of multiplying by a 2.4 is to divide by a 2.4, and we need to do that on both sides. So on this side, we'll be left with P equals, and then over here, what we need to do is go over here and set up our division problem. And you can do this on a calculator, yes, but I think it's a good review on dividing decimals to just go over it right now. So this is dollars, so we will have dollars in our answer. But remember, when you are dividing by a decimal, you need to multiply by 10 on both the outside and the inside to get rid of that decimal. You need to move it over, and then we can multiply. So 24 will fit into 75. It fits in there 3 times. 3 times 4 is 12. Carry my 1. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. So when I subtract, I get 36. Bring down the 6, 3, and then I bring down the 6. And 24 will go into 36 one time, right? So I'm going to shoot my decimal straight up. 1 times 24. It's going to leave me with 12. And I'm actually going to just add in, because remember, if you're having a decimal, you can't have a decimal and a remainder. So we're going to add in another 0, and we're going to see if 24 will fit into 120. I know that 4 times 5 is